touch your mic. Yeah, you're good.
Hello.
Just bring it up towards you. You've done this before.
Yeah.
Body faces the camera. Face.
How close should I have this bad boy?
I mean, it's always like closest to me. I'd scoot up a little bit. How about that? Yeah, just a bit. There you go.
There we go.
No. Yeah, I mean, maybe not too close. We don't need the dirt. You know, I don't drink during the week anymore. But cheers. I think
Cheers.
you need it after what you look like.
Yeah.
So you said, you just texted me, you're like, yeah, we hit a gas line today. Or
Yeah.
I hit a gas line today. And you're like, my company, not me. I'm like, all right, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. What, like, how expensive is that? And how do you fix that?
It's pretty expensive, but it's not the end of the world. I don't know exact dollar amounts. I was just talking to my boss today about OSHA fines. So,
Just like safety fines.
yes. And those, oh my God, they are the silent killers, man. No one knows when they're coming. They can just drive by and someone can be from OSHA and slap down a fine.
It's like the DNR or cancel culture of the
yes,
construction world.
But even more hidden. They're Nazguls.
They're trolls with jobs.
Yes. So he was telling me today that, so we dig like trenches basically, for anybody that doesn't know and why I'm so dirty. Right now I'm doing water and sewer.
We should have just never addressed that. I just found one homeless
Yeah.
guy off the road.
Oh, about time, man. Yeah, Kusky told me if I
Hot
do this
shower
podcast, yeah, if I do this podcast, I get a free shower. So here I am. No, I'm coming straight from work. 5 minutes from here. I'm not going all the way back to Oak Creek, coming back. This was perfect, actually.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I think it's gonna be funny.
I think it's going to be awesome, yeah.
Just as long as people know I can get clean. This is not a...
You've been on this before. I mean, this was your show for a while, too.
Just as people know, the TikTok audience and everything, he can be clean. But anyways, water and sewer. So right now we're doing storm sewer, for example. You dig a trench and you'll lay like the storm sewer main pipe that'll go down like the entire road. And then a lot of times for water or sanitary, storm, whatever, you'll do little laterals or services or gas that go off to everybody's individual house.
Yeah.
So they have all that stuff. So there was a gas service going to someone's house today. Backhoe, I uncover it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which you're supposed to do so that the backhoe, the operator who's digging, can see it.
Yeah.
And you can tell them, hey, don't hit it. Well, the people who...
He hit it.
The people who We Energies put in a new service. They left the old one, which is a pretty big no-no because, okay, we're just digging. How are we supposed to know that?
You only have record of the new one, not the old one.
And the inspector's with us, whatever. He's the engineer. He's got blueprints. He didn't know either. So what ended up happening is we think that's the new one. We're digging around that one. Well, 1 foot back is the actual new one. He ripped it out of the ground. We didn't even know. I hop in the trench, trying to uncover again, and I'm hearing this hissing sound, and I'm smelling gas. That's immediate. Get the hell out of there.
Get the fuck out of there, yeah.
Because if there's a spark, whatever, for some reason, then I'm long gone.
Then you wouldn't be on here and
No.
show us how dirty you are.
Exactly.
I'd be at a funeral instead of
Exactly.
podcast episode.
So yeah, that was today. I don't know the exact dollar amount on that, but it's just you got to call We Energies. Sometimes you got to call 911.
Can you blame it on We Energies for like, hey,
it was their fault.
Face?
Yeah. So I don't know if we'll get charged or what, but that's more office stuff. But it's just a long day then, and then your foreman's just pissed and. But yeah, he was telling me OSHA, so you have to have like a box in the ground to make sure that your trench, the walls don't cave in, and it's heavy like clay.
Yeah.
That can fucking knock you out or kill you, whatever. So you have like a, whatever, they have different sizes, but let's say 8 foot high box, whatever amount of spreaders. Well, if you don't have that in the ground and OSHA comes, $100,000 fine. And that's like getting off easy. If the box isn't made and it's over
$100,000.
the pipe layer's head, they will immediately, I forgot the term he used, but if the box isn't actually made, so like they clearly know you're not using one, they don't even have to dispute it. Boom, 100,000, 150,000 to your company. And
I don't think you have a job anymore if you
no, probably not.
If you get that fine tacked onto your crew. Holy shit. Good. Imagine your manager being pissed after that one if you didn't have a box.
Well, I don't know. I never knew it was that much. That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, I don't know if you know, like a fiber optic cable, high-speed internet.
Yeah.
I just got that installed. We just got internet at our place. The little cable going from the router to the outlet, $100.
Yeah.
For that tiny cable. It's like
expensive.
4 feet.
Yeah.
We are digging 5 feet from New Berlin's fiber optic cable to their entire school system. If it gets cracked, tiny bit hit by the backhoe is so powerful.
Yeah.
If it gets tapped by that, you have to pull the entire thing out of the ground. Now that, my foreman said if we hit that, our company might go under. And here's me with a shovel. There it is.
If anyone really knew you'd be like, yeah, maybe we don't let Braxton go in the hole with the shovel.
Exactly. So that can be like 4 to 5 to 6 feet deep, however those fucks want to put it in. And then
I'd be there with those like archaeological like paintbrushes.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to be here for 4 days, but I ain't fucking breaking this thing.
And the foreman won't really care a lot of times. So it could take 2 hours because you'll go real slow. Because the backhoe hits that, man, I would go straight into my car and go home. I don't care.
I'd go right on Indeed and start looking for a new job.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. That would be all hell breaking loose. And I'm not putting my name to it. I'll just flee.
Either, yeah.
I'll flee, change my name.
I don't work here anymore.
No.
I quit.
Yeah, I'm fleeing the country.
Before you even say we're screwed, I quit. Speaking of managers being pissed, and this is like the one thing I wanted to tell you, and I love that we're getting everything we wanted to talk about out of the way in the first 10 minutes.
Real quick. This is how it normally goes, and then I'll be blabbing
blah, 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 blah.
on about Patrick Starr or something.
Dude, I thought about wearing the cowboy hat today, and maybe I should put it on and just be like,
I like that shirt.
I thought about it, and I go, I should just start the episode with, I'm Dirty Dan. I also found out Heilman wasn't allowed to watch Spongebob when he was younger.
No.
I don't know.
Too violent?
It checks out.
Yeah, too violent.
But no, speaking of managers getting mad, so it was quite the coincidence, let's put it this way. So my mom has this fun little habit of listening to the police scanner. And most of the time it's like nothing. But she listens to it all the time once she discovered she can do it. And yeah, most of the time it's nothing, but every once in a while it's like murder suicide or like redhead naked in the park or something like that. Like it's just like interesting, like high speed car
Your mom
chase.
peels out.
And my mom's like, "Oh, listen to this." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Well, this past Sunday, a call comes over the radio. My mom's listening to it before she goes to bed, and she hears along the lines of, "We're looking for an Andrew who works at World Class Lighting."
No.
And backstory, I have a little brother named Andrew who also works at World Class Lighting. And it said we are in pursuit. I don't know if we're in pursuit or we are looking to arrest him for certain charges. And I'm like, for what? And she goes, they haven't said it yet. And he goes, where's your brother? And I look over to the left and he's in his room. We're like, what the fuck? I'm like, is he really? She's like, don't check. He's probably sleeping. I go, maybe we should.
Yeah.
They just gave a word-for-word description of your youngest son, and they are coming to his house to arrest him.
Yeah.
That we don't know what for. Fuck if he's sleeping. Let's see if he's in his fucking
Let him
bed.
sleep, Michael.
I'm like, in 10 minutes,
He'll
we
be
might
awake
hear
in prison for
boom,
hours.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
And we go, like, my mom keeps listening to it, and it turns out it was for domestic abuse. And flashback to when I had my little brother on and his friend. My brother told me about a coworker who was also named Andrew, and I just started putting the pieces together. I was like, this might be the guy that drinks 3-4 Locos a day and smokes weed while he's terminating wires at his job. And Mama goes, that would make sense.
Yeah.
And so we just let Andrew sleep. I was like, it's probably not Andrew.
Yeah.
Never opened his door, though, to see if he was in his room or not.
Yeah.
Or actually fleeing the cops.
That's trust.
Because Andrew has a track record. Like, he has been chased by the cops. He has been arrested. He has showed up with the police before. I've had to impersonate my father on the phone. He calls me and goes, I need you to be Dad. I'm like, all right, just change my contact name to Dad and call me.
Yeah.
He goes, that's really smart. I go, this is why I'm on this end of the phone and you're on that end.
Yeah.
And he goes, how'd you know all Dad's information? I go, how do you not?
Yeah.
How do you not know your dad's birthday, or which means how old he is? He goes, you knew his birthday and how old he was? I go, oh my God. But he woke up the next morning and we're like, dude, you gotta find out what happened. And they said that's the first thing they talked about when they got into work. And he comes back from work and we're like, so what'd they say? And he just goes, yeah, he likes to drink. That was it.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we just made fun of him all day. I'm like, is she okay? Like,
Yeah.
we think so. I'm like, cool.
I had a coworker come in one time. He was like an hour late and out of breath, and he still had the, glossy eyes, so you could tell he was probably drunk still.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I'm like, I making conversation. How's it going? So-and-so. I'll keep it blank for probably someone could fucking figure it out.
Yeah, world-class lighting. I'm real sorry, but I think you got rid of, you're trimming the fat at your company right now.
And he's like, oh, yeah, it was a rough night. I was just in prison. Cops came knocking at 2 a.m, and I guess a couple nights ago I was blacked out and went to my ex-wife's house who has a restraining order on me. And I'm like, yeah, that's a rough night. Oh, my God.
That's how you want to be woken up. Like, I did. Not only do you not remember it,
Yeah.
or are you woken up at 2 o'clock in the morning, you don't remember what you did 2 days ago.
And then he just came back from the bars that night. He has a bad drinking problem. And
I
he's
sense
like,
a pattern.
Yeah. He's like, well, good thing I was home from the bars when I was. Otherwise, they would have come and got me there. I'm like, oh, my God,
Good
man.
Lord. I mean, dude, you probably would have gotten more rest if they got you at the bar. You just slept through the night.
True.
No, I mean, this podcast is basically just turning into jail stories. Drinking and jail stories.
That's never bad.
Role models for the youth over here at Fat Chance Podcast. Yeah, I thought that was such a crazy coincidence. Like, what other, what are the chances that an Andrew from the same company
That is
and
insane.
his mother is listening to the police radar
Yeah.
and says, we're coming to arrest him? I mean, she shot up. She goes, Andrew's getting arrested. I'm like, what? Like, I swear he's been here all night. I don't know what he did from work till now, or if he doesn't even work. Maybe Andrew's doing something else. But like, they got the wrong guy. Like, no, they didn't.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
And the coincidence of her listening. My God. That'd be terrifying as a parent, actually.
My mom goes, one day, I never want to hear your guys' names over this. I'm like, you could just turn it off.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna hear them anymore. But although I've said on here, like, I want a jail story, so maybe one day she will. But it's like, I dread, that's your mother's worst nightmares, like getting a call from the police and something. Like, yeah, I get that. But like, if you don't like scary movies, don't watch scary movies.
True.
If you don't want to hear about people getting shot, turn off the police radar.
Do you like scary movies?
I have to be in the mood for them. I'm not like one of those avid watchers. I'm like, that's my first genre. Like, let's watch something that's going to scare the shit out of me tonight. I'd like to enjoy the rest of my night. But sometimes I'm like, let's fucking do it. I'd never by myself.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of
That's a
serial killer move, yeah. But like in a
Straight jacket
group,
move.
and you're like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. I don't seek them out, but if I know I'm not going to be the one who's the most afraid,
yeah.
then I kind of like it.
Yeah, because then you can mask your fear by laughing at someone else, like, haha, that wasn't scary. But in the back here, I'm like, I was fucking terrified.
They are terrifying. And then I get the nightmares for a couple weeks. And
what's the scariest one you've seen?
Oh, my God. It was the sequel. It was a while ago, but I'm not gonna remember. But now I'm gonna have to remember this. I'm going to have to.
Describe it a bit.
Okay, they had this scary monster ghoul who.
Oh wow, that narrows it down to all of them.
Who it like. I gotta look it up. Is it Sinister?
While you do that, mine is hands down, and I haven't seen a ton, but it's As Above, So Below. Have you seen that one?
It is Sinister.
It is
Sinister
okay.
2. Hands down the fucking scariest movie I ever had. I had nightmares walking home. I was at a friend's house walking home, and I couldn't even fucking do it. I was like tweaking that bad.
Late at night too. Like,
yeah.
There's no way. I'm like, hey, I'm sleeping over, and we're doing it with the lights on.
Yes, it was like 1 a.m. They're like, all right, let's go. Like, oh my God, where is this fucking
Dude,
ghoul?
that is creepy too. You watch one of those movies, even if you're driving home, and like, if you have to drive through like the parks, you're like, you're all of a sudden you're like, there's people in the woods. You're like, they're all staring. They're waiting for my car to break down. And
I'll check the back of my car 3 different times.
Oh yeah, you open the trunk. You're like, not today.
Yeah. Even though if fucking Sinister 2 is in there, what am I gonna do?
But because it's probably a lot like other ones, but what makes it this, like, what for you makes a scary movie like actually scary? Because some people are like, monsters don't bother me, like like Freddy Krueger, like that kind of bullshit. Like,
that
I think it's gimmicky, or like people that like monsters you can't see, or ghosts or whatever. But like it's going back to our deep space, deep sea. Deep sea is obtainable. Deep space isn't.
Yeah.
But like a scary movie for me, if I see a little girl, or all of a sudden like someone's taken over, but I can see their body, or like some cult thing, like all real life things, that freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Or religion.
This one was kind of culty, but the thing for me, like The Conjuring too, the monsters or ghouls where you can see them, I agree, not the paranormal stuff, that doesn't get me, but where they're like a fucking demon.
Yeah.
And they'll either take over someone's body, like go, and then the fucking person's always freaking out.
And somehow like levitating and like.
And so that, or I think real world, like, what is the one where they knock on the...
It's a Paranormal Activity?
No, they knock on their door and they mess with them. They have the mask. Super, super famous.
Oh, Purge?
No, not Purge, but I do love Purge.
Yeah, Purge was... I think they made too many of those, but...
This is so famous. And they just mess with them, and then they're like, why did you do this to us? Why'd you pick us? And they're like, oh, because you were home.
Is it recent?
No, it's probably like 2000. Everybody would know this.
Masked and they knock on the door.
Like,
I haven't seen enough scary movies to really know.
I gotta look this one up too.
We really need someone to look shit up for us.
True. That would be funny too.
It'd be awesome. No, it's I forgot what you're saying too. It's definitely the stuff that's like not real life, but yeah, when someone takes over a body and they're like floating in the air and it looks like someone's got like cerebral palsy but like floating, it doesn't look good, and it freaks me. That freaks me out.
That's the stuff that gets me. It's not. A lot of people will say the real stuff gets them, like when there's not monsters and stuff.
That is more me, but like the taking over, like I know that's not real, but like that freaks me out too. The legit like CGI monster shit like it.
That gets me.
That doesn't get me. See,
I like the movies where it's more real because I'm not afraid of just like a person. I know that's more obviously likely to happen in real life, but it's not going to scare me. A person with a knife not going to scare me, where a little demon girl or a demon old lady
I guess a mixture
running at me. Oh my god.
A person with a knife won't scare me. I'm like, fuck, I have a knife in my drawer. Like that doesn't scare me at all. The children for sure. I
gotta figure this one.
Cult stuff though, because like that's like cult religion-y stuff.
Yeah.
Like some people like really believe that now and buy into a lot of it.
Yes.
It's like somewhere out there, someone is being sacrificed on an altar for the sake of Shamalama Ding Dong.
I found it up.
What is it?
The Strangers.
Strangers. Know what I saw? Okay, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, but I coincidentally saw someone snap story last night saying the last time when I watched this for the first time is the last time I felt something. So I was like, oh, maybe this is a good movie.
What was it? Strangers?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. That to me was more like, it's a way scarier Purge, but like intense, and that one you're in it. Like it's really good too. But then while I was looking that up, this is an older one and it shouldn't be scary, but what terrified me, the Babadook.
What the fuck is a Babadook? You've seen way more than I have. I've probably
really
seen like
scary.
10 scary movies in my life.
I went on this weird phase where I would watch with my group of friends and we would drink beer that they would take from that pizza place I worked at in California. They'd take beer from there and we'd all drink the beer and watch scary movies. And that was like a 2-month thing. So these were all the scary movies that I watched, and then I couldn't do it anymore. The Sinister 2 was the last one I saw, and I'm like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, mine was As Above, So Below, and because it was like in a real place.
Yeah.
Where like they went to the Catacombs, and I think it's under Paris. I think those were there. And they're like, we want to explore places that like we know they're here, but they're not on the map that they give us. Kind of like, oh, we just don't want you going there, like government map kind of thing. And they enter one, and all of a sudden it's like they enter basically like the upside down, and so they're like, oh, we were here, like we just came out this door or just came in this door. Now we're leaving it, but we never turned around. And when they entered that door, they went from like real life to hell.
Oh my god.
And so, but like only like 2 people made it out or something like that. Like they had to realize they had to go all the way back to where they came from or some shit like that. But it's like there was like actual like people down there that have been like lost. It freaked me the fuck out. Yeah. I did a terrible job making it sound scary, but it scared the living shit.
I believe it because
I was in the corner of like the James Apartments, like, in the hubs at Madison, on the couch, and I went from like sitting normally to perched on the top to like against the window, just like this needs to end now.
Yeah, I think it's different for everybody. And then if you watch not even enough of them, like 10, 5 to 10, you find one that absolutely scares the shit out of you.
Yeah, and then you're numb to the rest of them. You're like, all right, I know what's actually scary. Everything else, like, this is a fucking joke.
And I still remember the first scary movie I ever saw with Cody Metz. We were like 12 years old or something, and we went with his sister. Drag Me to Hell. If anybody has seen that movie, the grandma in this movie is the scariest person.
I might have seen this.
Drag Me to Hell was... I lasted 10 minutes in the theater. I was out of there. And then I went... I was in my bed shaking. My mom's like, what the hell is wrong with you? And I remember telling her, I'm like, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. I went to go see a scary movie. I don't ever want to do it again.
Your mom's like, probably in the back of her head, like, thank God he wasn't drinking. But
yeah. Well, she was a big no R-rated.
Movies.
I could watch SpongeBob, but yeah.
SpongeBob had a few scary episodes, I guess, like the Flying Dutchman and when he got lost in that like dark area.
True.
Like,
It is actually really scary.
Yeah, your parents did a good job. Fucking pussy. No, that's not your fault, buddy. We're not cartoon shaming you. But don't look too closely at my shirt. Because I'm Dirty Dan.
Yeah.
I loved SpongeBob. SpongeBob was
I loved it.
My aunt showed me it. She's like,
Really?
"Have you guys ever seen the show SpongeBob?" We're like, "What the fuck is this?" And we didn't. I don't think we watched a ton of. It was like Power Rangers and like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh yeah.
And like when SpongeBob first came out, I'm like, holy shit, this show's awesome.
I still find some scenes funny, but
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I get down a rabbit hole on YouTube or something, and all of a sudden I'm watching a SpongeBob clip laughing.
And like I think we talked about this before, like I don't know how many episodes ago. We're like, it's amazing going from like I watched a video on like Gordon Ramsay how to cut onions properly, and I'm like SpongeBob and Patrick doing the Dirty Dan thing, or like you're laughing your ass off. And like 3 hours later, like how the fuck did I get here?
Kid does math, survives.
That's probably the next video afterwards.
Yeah.
And like, I think I've asked you this too. Have you ever gotten to the end of one of those?
What do you mean?
Like you're on like a Facebook rabbit hole or video or something like that, and it's just like related videos and it just
No,
stops.
you talked about the porn.
Yeah, the porn thing. Yeah, where I'm like, I start with SpongeBob, and all of a sudden it's just like a girl flashing her tits. I'm like, what the fuck on Facebook? I went real dark.
Oh my god!
And
that
then
still
like,
makes me
and
laugh.
then I kept scrolling on the one because it just disappeared.
Oh yeah.
And then the thing ends.
Well, you want to see boobs?
Yeah, and then but then like the whole like the thread ends. I thought like
Suddenly you're back to SpongeBob.
Yeah, I thought related videos just kept coming up, and they're like, no, we have no more for
Oh,
your
really?
lazy ass. Yeah, we have no more for you.
Oh, I don't think I've ever
And
hit
then you
that.
end with porn, and it goes back to like I clicked on a Paw Patrol video.
Oh my god, that is funny.
Yeah, that's get out of here. What were we talking about? SpongeBob?
Who fucking knows? I want to hear your story.
I just told you it. It was Andrew's thing.
Oh.
Yeah. I told you I didn't have a ton to talk about.
No, that's good.
I did see a video.
I forgot. We just go down rabbit holes.
We do. Yeah, we are this is the equivalent of a, related videos kind of thing. Speaking of videos though, I saw this like a few months ago, and I've been trying to figure out how to bring it up because I think it's absolutely ridiculous, and I want your take on it. So I think I have this, and I'm trying to work it into a bit, but I saw this video of like, what the hell is going on? I stopped verifying Microsoft Outbook because now I'm gonna have to do something fucking weird on here.
Uh-oh.
No,
It stopped recording.
No, we're good. Dude, I hate it. Dude, I've had like 4 videos where all like at 45 minutes, it just sounds like this. We're going, and I hope that's the part that gets really fast. So it just sounds like, but, and it's just like, then it's a pain to edit, and then nothing sounds right. But, so I have this problem with people posting certain types of workout videos or motivational videos where like, they think they're these tryhards, and it's not even like the tryhards from gym class. It's like the quiet kid that went on to the military and now thinks he's like tough shit. It's like, thank you for serving for us, but like, we don't tell us about how you went through basic training. Like,
I'm not bashing military.
I'm not bashing the military either. I'm bashing the
what is it? September 13th or something?
Yeah. Happy
2
9/11.
days.
Yeah. No,
No,
but
I'm
it's the
just
kind of
kidding.
guys like, this is what he said. Is he was doing an interview, and he goes, and it was a military guy, and he goes, if you have to listen to music while you work out, it's fucking cheating.
Yeah, that's a
And
bit
I
extreme.
literally turned my phone over and I go, what the fuck did I just listen
Yeah.
to? And it's like the same kind of concept of the people who post workout videos of, you see like 9 boxes stacked up, and then speed ladders on both sides, and then 4 cones and a medicine ball, and then like the squat rack bar, or like the Olympic bar on the ground, and they go through and they're like, and they're like, just light work on a Monday morning. I'm like, the Packers aren't fucking looking at you. We're not trying to get new receivers, clearly. We're not trying to help anyone out. Like, calm the fuck down. Do a push-up, then a sit-up, and get over it.
Yeah.
I don't care about your 2-minute,
Do some
19
sets, you're
exercise circuit, and then tell me if you're listening to music while you're doing this, you're cheating. You know what else
If you
is
drink water, you suck.
You know what else is cheating in that, like, ass backwards logic? Forks. I don't need a fork to eat, but it makes it fucking easier.
A fork. I did not see that coming.
But, like, is that not true? Like, okay, yeah, I don't need to listen to music, and it motivates me a little bit. I'm, like, into my workout.
Oh, I
and it's
love
helping
it.
me out.
I need it.
Yeah, I need it too.
It's distracting, too.
It's distracting from me doing physical exercise when
Yeah.
I don't need to be doing physical exercise.
99% of people, I dread it. I don't know about you, but I mean, the only reason I'm going on a run, this is a great story, too.
Yeah.
One of my friends,
I love the military.
yeah, one of my best friend's moms saw me on a run when I was living at my parents' still. So I was running around Greendale. She sees me on a run. I must have been definitely chunky at the time, because she's like, tells the best friend, her son, oh, Braxton was running so slow. Well, no shit. Am I running out here for fun?
Yeah.
I'm not running to
I'm not trying
get
to win
fatter.
Exactly.
I'm already fat. That is the reason I'm out here. I need to get off the chunk.
I'm only going to get faster.
Exactly. I'm going to be slow. I'm fat. There's a reason I'm on a run.
You know what it is? I might be slow, but it's faster than you're fucking walking right now. No, it just bothered me. Because we're like, we are on two different spectrums. It's either like, everything's not my fault, complain, or take the world by its balls and no excuses, no shortcuts, no whatever. It's like, you're allowed to live in the middle. Sometimes someone does fuck you over.
Yeah.
Also, listen to music. Like, it's
so
art.
true.
It's
so
literally
true.
art. Don't tell me and I'm bench pressing, the fact that I'm listening to No Hands by Waka Flocka, it's fucking cheating, okay?
Enough of the fat shaming in the gym, too. The fat people should be applauded. They're there for the right reason.
Exactly.
They're trying to work out. You should get shamed if you're ripped for being in the gym. You need to get fatter.
Yeah.
Shame them.
I agree, though. I totally agree with the whole, like, when people...
Fat shame in the gym.
Fat shaming sometimes works in people's benefits, but at the gym, no.
Yeah.
Like, they realize
You're
they're
saying
out of shape.
Fat shame to motivate people. That can work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Definitely.
Because my mom fat shamed me. She's like, you look real soft. 2 winter breaks in a row that we've all heard. And I got my ass into shape.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah,
my
but
mom
if they're
told me
in
I
the
look
gym.
disgusting. Yeah. Don't be like, hey, fat fuck. What the hell are you doing in here? And he
Oh,
goes,
that's lightweight, pussy. From the Hulk, dude can't even, speaking of forks, can't even reach it to his mouth. Biggest arms in the world.
yeah, lay off the steroids. No, but like, that's like,
Shame
again,
them.
saying like you're shaming someone for being in the gym because they're fat. That's like going to a restaurant and be like, why the fuck are you in here? I'm like, to eat, motherfucker. Why
Yes.
the hell else are you in here?
Yeah.
It's so dumb. But it's like, I keep going back to the music thing because it's so annoying. Just hearing people like, I'm better than you. Fuck off. Speaking of some little fuckface, and he'll never watch this, but I posted a video. I posted one of you this week, and someone called you Zac Efron, and I told you earlier they probably won't call you Zac. They might call you even sexier Zac Efron. You're like, oh my God, he's got a blue-collar job.
Oh, blue-collar job, yeah. He's got dirt on his face and looks like he was swimming around with the hippos
Maybe
in
you're
the
playing
mud.
a role for a movie. I don't know.
Nope,
But
just
I posted a video today of...
Also, real quick,
Yeah.
the Zac Efron thing.
What thing?
I have gotten that, and I would never, ever, ever compare myself to that man. I think I'm closer to Jack Black. But the amount of times that I have gotten that, the immediate ego boost that I get, my friends despise it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I turn into
Your
they just
head
know.
inflates a little
They
bit.
just know I got a little more swaggy to the
You're
step.
walking like this. You're like, yeah, fuck yeah.
All of a sudden, it's a good dick day.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I will never understand. I will never understand it, but it's incredible.
So,
It's incredible.
when she made that comment, I was like, what? And so I went back and I looked at it, and I go, I can kind of see it. I can. So I hope you walk out of this podcast today, your dick hanging a little lower,
Thanks.
your head's up high, shoulders
Yeah,
a
it
little
will
back.
be.
Yeah.
I'll go home.
You look
Maybe-
Sam right in the eye and be like, I don't know any famous Zac Efron quotes, but
What is one?
I
don't know either.
You better get your head in the game. 'Cause
I forget he did High School Musical sometimes because of talk about a man being jacked.
Oh yeah.
Neighbors 1. It's the most shredded I've ever seen a man.
No, Baywatch.
True. I never saw it, but I did see like the commercial.
The picture. You want me to pull a picture of him? He's my screensaver. Hold on. Oh,
I'll get horny. No, But see, someone like that, he should. Yeah. He has every girl in the world wanting him. Just have him want him a little more.
Yeah,
just really shove it to the rest of us.
Good-looking guy, High School Musical. I was like, you know what would make this better? If I got a decent haircut, got shredded, and did real movies. Do you think that's going to help my career? I don't know, Zach. Let's find out.
Yeah. Oh, I did High School Musical. Time for me to get absolutely jacked and turn into an A-list celebrity.
No, it's funny. He went from High School Musical to, like, I don't think his next one was Neighbors, but he basically graduated high school into college.
He's throwing dildos
tell you what,
at Seth Rogen.
He did not peak in high school. He peaked more in college.
I actually love Neighbors.
That was a good movie. I don't think I like Neighbors 2 as much.
No. That's never as good.
There are very few movies where the sequel is like as good.
I agree.
Or better. I think like Deadpool 2 might have been actually better than Deadpool 1. But,
true. That's a great analogy right there.
Yeah, that might be the only one. But I also like Ryan Reynolds. I mean, that's the path Zac Efron's going on. It's like, hey, dude, you keep this up, you'll just be
true.
Just develop more of a sense of humor. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Stop doing your like find yourself shit out in Europe and Australia. But
some of those were actually cool.
I actually wanted to watch some of them. I can't lately. I cannot bring myself to watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've been in those ruts.
It's just. And I'm fine with it, to be honest. Like, it's nice out, and I'm taking advantage of it. So it's like, so I'm like,
it's a complete waste.
It's a complete waste. So, like, if I'm inside, it's this stuff. Or I'm like, if I get home, and I'm like, you know what? Before I go do more work and shit like that, let's go to the driving range, hit a few golf balls and stuff like that.
Way more.
But it's you just feel better about yourself.
Than way more mentally healthy than just sitting down.
Yeah, because don't you feel like a piece of shit at the end of Sunday?
Yes.
Like, before football starts, and you're just like, what'd you do all day? I was hungover, and I watched TikTok for 12 hours. You're like, how'd that go, you fat fuck? Get into the gym.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I
feel
love
disgusting.
football, though. Football, that NFL Sunday, except the Packers fucking ruined it.
Oh, yeah.
I got to vent about this, too.
Go for it, because I can vent, too. Well, kind of.
38-3. I've never seen a Packers loss that was that bad. I was just talking to my brother about this, where the team literally gave up.
Yeah,
they had no motivation.
We took Rodgers out in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and
I've never seen that.
It's so much worse than just getting your ass kicked and kind of putting up a fight.
Yeah,
like rolling over and letting the team kick the shit out of you. You clearly are showing to everybody. It looked like they didn't even fucking prepare for the game. It was brutal.
It looked like we didn't. It looked like we thought it was our last preseason game.
Yeah, I could hardly watch.
I was so pumped to get back to I wanted to golf with my dad the day before. And he goes, let's just golf Sunday. I go, all right, you got to find something kind of early because I want to get back for the Packer game.
Yeah.
And I found something at 10:45. It's a half hour away golf course. 4 hours to golf. I get back right when it starts, or I miss the first 5 minutes. I'm okay with that. And we end up getting behind the slowest fucking people on the planet, and I'm livid. And I'm like, I want to get back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I will drive into this 80-year-old man who takes 45 minutes to get into his fucking cart.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're hitting it okay.
Yeah.
I will hit you square in the fucking temple, and you'll be laying there okay. All right.
I don't mean to be racist here, but if you get behind 4 Asian women, you are guaranteed the slowest round of your life, and they hit each shot identical. Down the fairway, 30 yards every time. They don't take out a driver, just...
Their misses are, it's just... It's like they putt it down the whole fucking thing.
Yes.
There goes my Asian audience, my 60 and up Asian audience. But
I'm sorry, but...
I don't care.
It's very true.
I was getting so frustrated, and I'm like, all right, fine. We finish the round, and it's 5 minutes before. I'm like, I floored home. I get home in 20 instead of 30. I miss the first 2-3 drives.
Okay, not bad.
And I get home, and it's 7-0, and we're about to get the ball. I'm like, all right, fine. We slow start or something like that. I'm like, oh fuck, this sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden my dad texts me, and I hate when we do bad. And my dad texts me about it, and then my mom's like, oh, God, we look like shit. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't want to hear it from you. I know it. I don't want to hear it from someone else.
Yeah.
Everyone else knows it.
You don't want to acknowledge it.
I don't want to hear it from you.
What's up, puppy?
Oh, boy. This isn't good. So,
Hi.
for everyone that has always wondered who Penny is, this is Penny.
Hi, puppy.
And I'm going to get her out while you talk. Come here, Penny.
Want
You're
some
good.
pets?
Come here. Oh, wait. Oh, wait from the camera. No. No, boy. No.
Perfect. You're fine.
Sheer panic that, like, a camera was just going to turn off.
I've never been happier. Oh, as soon as I saw the dog, come here.
Well, here's the thing. It's like she usually peeks around the corner. And, like, I have no problem that she came in here at all. But I hope they actually got her. We got her in the camera.
I think so.
No, usually she comes around and her mom's got her. And I'm like, oh, hi, Penny. I'll talk to you when you get back. And she just kept coming in. I'm like, oh, boy.
Yeah, that was me. Oh, wants a treat.
Oh, I love that dog. I love that. Love that
She's
dog.
cute.
She is. I'm glad she's walking again. She's refused to go on walks, but everyone's heard about that a million times.
Heartburn?
Yeah, that scared the
hate
shit.
that.
Well, I was worried that all of a sudden, like, all right, we're gonna plug the computer.
Yeah.
We're gonna like lose a camera, and like if it was gonna lose one, hopefully we lose like the big one. No one cares about what both of us look like at the same time. I rarely use that one. What were we talking about?
That would have been bad though. The
Packers
and your parents texted.
Yeah, I was basically just like, I wish I just golfed another 18.
Yeah.
I know a Packer game is bad. Like, I have no problem watching a game, even if we're losing all the way through. But when it looks like we're giving up or blown out by, like, 21, 28 points.
Yeah.
And we have, like, one of those a year, to be honest. And I literally turn it off, like, a third quarter. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah. I went out and played bags at around third quarter because same thing. It was so disgusting. I think we touched the ball 3 times in the first half, and it was basically only 2.
Yeah.
The third one was like a minute left, and we kicked a field goal. But, it was straight up humiliating. And I've got my family texting me, and some of them are huge Packers homers, which, you know what, they support the team. It is what it is. But that can get kind of annoying when it's always positivity. And they always rip Kevin King, which I don't like Kevin King by any means.
I would be part of that conversation.
But he got beat on that deep touchdown. I forget who it was. Number 11, I forget his name. Burned him. He got beat on a deep touchdown. That was to put them up 38-3. I know they're going to send the text. Kevin King, what do you know? I storm back. Kevin King is the least of our fucking problems.
Right now.
Have you guys been watching? And that is bad. If Kevin King is the least of our problems, that's bad. But the entire team was so shit.
Oh, yeah.
He's the least of our problems.
Oh, he's the least of our problems that game. He has been a lot of our problems.
Yes.
This is bad because whenever I've talked about the Packers on here, Kevin King has been brought up every time, and it has never been, I really like him.
Yeah.
It's always, he fucked us.
Yeah.
Now, it wasn't his fault this game. I mean, it was a poor performance offensively, and when we're supposed to have one of the best offenses in the league, and he put up 3 points.
Dude, I thought they were going to be... we averaged 34
It was 40
last
points
year.
in 3 weeks. We averaged, last year.
And we averaged, I think, 34 in the whole season, which is... That's
absurd.
Absolutely insane.
Now, okay,
And we got better.
Yeah, I'm not going to overreact at all after week 1, though.
I'm not overreacting, but I would overreact less if they didn't give up and just get dominated.
Yeah, that was hard to watch, hard to see. Whatever. I mean, we got this week. We got Monday against the Lions, which we might need. So, although
we better kick the shit out.
You know what? It was cool to see though is Matt Stafford on the Rams.
Yeah, just gunslinging.
I think people are finally everyone was like Matt Stafford's like a good fucking quarterback, but then kind of was like overshadowed by how shitty of a team he was.
They never won a playoff game.
And now, like, again, don't want to overreact.
He looked
but with
amazing.
his first play, that bomb. Have you ever seen him more excited in your entire life?
True.
When he's doing that, like,
He did the bad white man celebration.
like he's Baker Mayfield in college doing that shit down the field. And I was, like, smiling from ear to ear. It's like, that's fucking cool to see. As a football fan, like, that man deserves to be on a good team. Mm-hmm. And he's got a pretty decent team in the Rams.
They're good.
Yeah.
I just love it. I'm so excited.
I know. I was so
make me
pumped.
dance.
I just need one. Like, it was such a shitty weather day that day. But the first day, and the next first Sunday, the next 3 weeks when fall's full swing.
60 degrees,
65,
sunny,
60 sunny.
that cool breeze.
You see the leaves change. Like a leaf kind of just goes across your window. You got a football in your hand, jersey and a sweatshirt on.
Apple cider and vodka if you're feeling crazy, or Fireball.
You got chips and dip. I mean, I'm getting a little
Chili.
hard right now. Yeah. Oh my god.
You just got back from the apple orchard.
Dude, if that was better. A porno, I'd be done in 2 seconds. Just showing the setup for opening day or NFL Sunday,
in fall. Fall is the absolute best.
If you showed me a setup outside, oh my god.
I really realized this summer though how much fall is my favorite season.
Oh, it's hands down my favorite season.
4 weeks or whatever, the humid 95-degree days where I was actually struggling to breathe.
Oh my god, it's terrible.
It was so dry and humid that I couldn't even breathe. I would literally be huffing, and
Did you say dry and humid?
Yeah, don't acknowledge that. But it was so fucking hot and humid. That's what I meant to say. When you would breathe in, it felt like someone had a blow dryer right in your face, and that's the air you were breathing. You couldn't breathe.
That's how I know when I lived in Miami, I was like, I can't live here. People do this. And I
picked
the worst months to live there with Sam. Yeah. It was so hot. Walking, I mean, it was that or flooding. And love you, Florida.
Yeah.
But you walk outside and you physically walk slower kind of thing. You're like, this hurts.
It's dreadful. You can't get cooler either. And that's the one thing. I am not a fan of winter, but you can bundle up. Unless it's negative 20.
I'm still kind of torn. At least here we have seasons, but winter lasts too long. I need to get to a place where winter is kind of we put winter in check. Listen, you're not that big of a deal. You get 4 months max, not the 9 we give you here in Wisconsin. Okay.
Last year actually wasn't a bad winter, and I think that has skewed my perception a little because you are right, and that can drag on. And then you'll get the day in March, and it's 5 degrees and it snows 10 inches.
Yeah. And the day before it was 40 and you're wearing shorts and a tank. You're playing basketball outside. The snow, the snow is just
that's a good
melting around the basketball hoop when you're younger. I'm playing basketball
really
outside. Your parents put a fucking shirt on. I'm it's 40 degrees outside. You're you're still brushing some of the snow. You miss the balls wet and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then it'll get to 40. That's a UFO.
Dude, that's the exact same noise when Nathan and whoever were here. I'm like, are we getting abducted right now?
Is that an electric car or actually
No, those are the aliens.
Oh, good.
I think they're hovering around their favorite episodes. They're we like this guest.
Nice.
Let's get an up-close view.
Well, thanks.
They like the hunters.
Thanks,
and I like
aliens.
You. Just take us once.
Oh, I would love it.
I would love to be abducted.
Same.
Would you not?
Oh, I would love it.
Wow, we are going down rabbit holes.
Speaking of, I know you like space too.
Yeah, love it.
The app, ISS, the International Space Station app, I feel like it's always at 2 a.m. to midnight.
That's a real risky acronym.
Especially when you have a Lisp. But the International Space Station app, it flies over and there's astronauts in there for 6 months at a time, 4 or 5 or something, and you can track the space station flying over, and it's actually way cooler than I thought. At least 1 or 2 times seeing it.
See the space station?
Yes.
That would be really cool.
It is. I was up north too, and my grandpa showed. I don't know why old people direction, they know everything.
Oh,
everything.
Yeah, well, they grew up with compasses and maps that they had to draw themselves. We grew up with, like, the oldest we go back to is MapQuest, and we're like, oh, I have a booklet of how to get to Alabama from Wisconsin.
I don't know how. I can't even fathom how crazy
If
that
you ask
was.
me where north is right now, I would go this. I have no fucking clue.
I am right there with you. But I remember the road trips with my family, pulling out the Atlas map. You'd go state by state. That's fucking insane. How did they do that? If you take a wrong turn, you got to just backtrack. It's so easy now, and I don't know how they did that.
I don't either. You know what I'm more impressed with is who drew those maps.
True. And then you get, you're driving alone.
Yeah.
How you're looking at the map?
It's like out of an old '90s sitcom. They're like, and then all of a sudden, on the side of the road, like you fall off a bridge.
That sounds like a Seinfeld episode. I swear,
it probably is.
Be.
You're like, oh, we're camping all weekend, I guess. You're starting like the tire fell off. You got a fire in there. Oh, the sun's out.
That looks beautiful.
It
That
looks
reminded me of
great.
fall. I can't wait.
I fucking can't. Like, I want to go throw a football with you right now.
Yeah, we might have to. It's not brisk quite.
No,
enough
yet.
Yet,
It's still warm. It's still like I'm still a little like I'm not sticky right now. Like I did a month of episodes where I was like, I want out of here so goddamn
exactly,
bad.
and that's what I can't.
I was thinking back to when we were tending a list when I go, I would rather be freezing my nuts off and you being like, dude, we gotta go 'cause it's so fucking cold. Than what I was doing. I was like,
yeah.
And I would look up when I did chairs once. These like gray fabric chairs. My entire body print was just sweat in the back of the chair. Like, this sucks.
Yeah, it is. It's brutal.
Speaking of space, I think I know my phone listens to me, but I came across this video of where like someone's like, I'm about to go watch this like 3-hour YouTube video. It's called the conspiracy or the conspiracy of everything or the theory of everything. It's 3.5 hours long.
I could never bring myself to it.
I've been listening to it the last 2 nights before I go to bed. Like I have fallen asleep to it and I've like woken up to like Epstein rapes children. I'm like, well, this needs to get turned off. I'm gonna have some weird fucking dreams.
Yeah.
But it's half like really interesting to me and half like we need to tone
creepy
down on the like skepticism of everything that has to do with life. Like like the fact that some people are like, well, I don't know, like what is reality, blah, blah. I'm like, you know what reality is? Like, well, for one, you're never gonna figure it out.
Yeah. That's true.
Especially the guy making 50-second Instagram clips. Like, you're not gonna figure it out. You're also just reciting something you found on Wikipedia. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shove those web browsers up your ass. And but they interest me. Like I like how people's like brain works and like what they're thinking is like fake. Mm-hmm. But like they talk about literally every conspiracy that has gone through the mainstream. Like it's crazy. And like some of the things that they like put together, some of them are so out there. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But I mean, lizard people to like the Freemasons, moon landing, like
that Illuminati shit. I was obsessed with.
I still
in
am
middle
obsessed
school.
with. Yeah,
middle school, I was obsessed.
We like secret societies because we all want to be a part of a secret society.
True.
That's why we have fraternities. That's why we have friend groups.
Yeah.
Like this is our group.
You're
not
Googling
part of this group.
Miss Perry's 8th grade class, how to get in the Illuminati.
You're probably flagged by the FBI.
Oh yeah, easily.
Like, do you think we can take this guy off? He's just breaking gas lines now. In Wisconsin. I don't think he's doing anything. No, it was so much. I have still like half it left, but it like the reports that I'm listening to. I was building a shelf for my brother yesterday, and one like I just like, you know how you like listen to something just for background noise, like you put on like a old sitcom you've seen 95 times, and all of a sudden you're paying attention to part of it. And this one was like they had a report that this general said what really happened on the moon landing. There's like the fact that people think it's fake is ridiculous, but what people don't know is what happened when we actually got there. They said, according to this guy, I was laughing, like there were people everywhere. Like there were like things flying around and like little like, I don't know the term, but for the sake of this, Martians. I'm like,
yeah.
What? That's why the picture looks weird. Like,
Yeah.
if that was the case, the picture
picture
would look weird because there'd be little green men in the fucking background, not
Little
the
green
crosser.
ghouls, man.
The one that was
Shout out, It's Always
the
Sunny.
other one that I thought was like not well thought out, but because I followed this Instagram page just for a day, just to like, let me go through this and see the crazy people.
Mm-hmm.
And one guy's like, so the reason we're trying to get back to Mars is because we're actually from Mars. I go, all right, let's hear this guy out. He goes, we're actually from Mars. See, what would happen after a nuclear war is our planet would most likely turn red. And because they're finding water there, that means there's already been water there. So now water's trying to resurface after a nuclear war. So we're heading towards... So basically he's saying Earth is going to turn into Mars and Mars back to Earth. And then we just go back and forth. I'm like, what kind of fucked up game do you think we're playing here?
I tell you, the one thing... Well, not the one thing. A lot of stuff blows my mind. But... the fucking Egyptians and the pyramids.
That's my number one thing.
Stuff
interests the fuck out of me.
And it's insane. That
is probably my number one interest.
Yeah.
Outside of aliens.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Dude, I mean, there was one. It was a Rogan. No, I don't think it was a Rogan episode, but some clip where they said they think. Well, what actually baffles me is how like scientific discoveries are often dismissed because Egyptologists don't want to be proven wrong for what they've been saying for years. So they're just like, no, you're like, basically, we're just going to ignore what you think. Mm-hmm. They think there's an archives underneath like the foot of the Sphinx. And they're like, yeah, we just won't dig it up because like, there's no way there's anything there. I'm like, what? If there is
Let's
an
go
archive,
with shovels.
Yeah,
we'll hit a gas service.
We're definitely losing our jobs then.
Yeah.
We bring down the Sphinx.
Yeah,
headline reads, 2 men from Wisconsin really interested in Egypt's history.
2 men looking for a gas service under the Sphinx.
Bring down perhaps a several 100,000-year-old, I don't know how old it is.
That shit is insane, though.
Oh, it's so crazy.
And the pyramids on how it's like, I forget if it's just, if you multiply like the base of it, it's the exact diameter of the Earth. Something out there like that.
Oh, yeah. The coordinates are perfect. Like it's, someone said, I briefly saw it, but it's the highest like levels of like certain type of energy in the world or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's insane.
It's crazy. Actually, you know what's really interesting? And then we probably should wrap this up here soon because I think we're approaching an hour already. Is the Antarctica theories.
Oh, yeah.
How, like, all these countries suddenly,
I've listened to fucking Morgan and Camry.
Oh, God. No. I'm not talking how it's surrounding the world and we live in a snow globe and Santa Claus is real and you shake it and,
you can't fly over Antarctica.
You can't.
I've done it.
No, like legally, you, like, there's, like, restricted airspace. They think you physically can't fly over it. Like, if you get to the end and you just hit that snow globe glass.
Well, they think the fucking world's flat and you can fall off. But I actually... Why... That is trippy that you can't fly over.
There's a treaty of all these countries that we can't agree on, like, one thing. But apparently, we're like, no one goes here. And then there's, like...
That's weird, then.
That leads into people thinking, like, the Earth is hollow and there's entrances to the Earth in Antarctica. I'm like... It's like we're making a movie.
That'd be so scary to go to Antarctica then.
Oh, yeah.
That would be terrifying.
Do you know how crazy it would be to find out, like, even a fraction of this is true?
The book in National Treasure, I want to believe that's real.
So bad.
The President's Book.
Oh, my God. Dude,
I just saw those again, by the way. 1 and 2, I think. Incredible.
Fun fact, I said when I finished in theaters the second one, I guarantee you I know what the third one's called, and it's National Treasure Book 43.
Is it? I don't think I've seen the third.
There isn't a third.
Oh.
But they leave it on a cliffhanger, and they're like, I think it's Book 43. I might go watch that. No, I can't. I got to edit this tonight. But I swear to God, I was like, you can't leave me with that, because I love those, like, mystery, like, treasure hunt movies.
Dude, they're amazing.
They're amazing. That and, like, Da Vinci Code.
Yeah,
and all
Da Vinci Codes are good.
Fuck.
I've only seen those once. I got to rewatch those.
I've seen Da Vinci Code so many times. All right. We'll end with the last. I think we're almost done with season 2. I will be surprised if I'm done with when I upload all this and I get through it and everything's perfect. Like if I don't have a super fast thing, or if a camera didn't cut off for a bit, or all of a sudden like I'm looking at this and it's just pointed at the wall, shit like that, I will be shocked if I don't have anything. If this goes swimmingly, oh my God. But
that sound thing has got to be a pain.
It's annoying as fuck. It was so easy when you and I would just sit in here, the table was turned the other way. We had candy, and all it was just like an hour and 15, just audio, none of this. I would finish this. I would go upstairs. I would hit export, upload, and I'd be done.
That's incredible.
I have 5 hours after this.
Yeah.
Probably more.
Dang.
But when's your birthday?
The 9th of October. Coming up.
Oh, shit. Okay. So let's see if you can give me an answer. If not, we'll give you extended time. But what is something you have to do before you turn 25?
Yes, 25. All right. So in not
4 weeks.
Okay.
So usually people have I give them like a year. But if you can't give me something you've always wanted to do, that's obviously obtainable.
Oh, shit.
That's you have to do before you turn 25. Like quarter life crisis.
Yeah.
What's something you have to do that you haven't done, that you've been putting off? You're like, oh, one day I'll do it.
First thing that's coming to my mind, and I hate that it's coming to my mind, is skydiving again, because I think I told you the story.
Yeah, you almost died.
Yes. Yeah. So I want to free fall and actually get the full experience. So I have been putting that off. I think I went skydiving now 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I've been putting it off ever since.
I'll go with you because it's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it in the next month?
I would.
You say every dollar you make, you're just blowing it right away.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't done a whole lot in the last 2 weeks. Kind of been saving up money for stuff here, and might as well go skydiving. I'd do it with you.
I will definitely consider it.
So let's say you want to skydive and not almost die. I almost don't want to go with you though because you're freaking me out. But if I gave you a year until you turn 26, what would be something you have to do?
Skydive, but I'm trying to think of something else. Do
you want other people's answers?
Sure, give me some.
Mine before I turned 25 was I had to do stand-up.
Okay.
So now I do that every week.
Nice.
And then there's the 2 kids I sponsor for athletes. Joey wants to put on 15 pounds. Simple. Jake wants to have a job by the time he graduates. Morgan, let her episode rest in peace. Wants to be an established coach somewhere and then study abroad or teach abroad.
Oh shit! I didn't know these were life goals. Okay.
Yeah, well, they don't have to be life goals, but something you like. I've always wanted to do. Yeah.
I want to get into the operators union. So right now I'm in the laborers union.
Okay, that's a good one.
Very good, and it's something I've been trying to do.
Yeah.
And not working yet. It's tough, but
that's
before next year, I would love to.
Yeah, that's a good 26. But 25, you got 4.5 weeks.
Yeah.
We better book a trip soon. Dude, actually, how perfect day. Early morning, fall, nice air. We skydive into where we're watching football all day. And they have...
I went in at the one in East Troy.
Okay.
And it was good, but I just have that feeling of... It is fucking scary. This is why I wish this fucking cord didn't get wrapped around me, because I just wanted it to be one and done. That's what I told myself the entire time.
My dad's son, he says you have to do it.
You have to do it, but it's so much better if you haven't done it. You just don't know. I know exactly what's coming.
I get these adrenaline rushes, so it more so scares me. And it's actually one of my goals. I talked about when I did my solo episode last week that I want to skydive out of a military plane to the song Fortunate Son. Yeah. It scares me more what skydiving successfully would do to me, being a little bit of an adrenaline junkie. Because when I went cliff jumping, I went from, all right, the first one scared me. I did it. Immediately I go, we're going higher.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, this is the highest we can go. Let's push it. And then I went even higher to the point where almost like I was jumping off a tree.
Yeah.
Into this, like, basically this hole.
Yeah.
Of this can. And when I hit the water, my leg slid across the wall. So, like, 2 inches to the right, I would have put my leg through my throat.
Oh, my God.
But I was like, and then I was like, I'm done. But I was like, until I have, like, that, if I went skydiving 8 times, and I was like, all right, higher. That 9th time, what happened to you happened to me. I'd be like, I'm done. Mm-hmm. But if I had it successfully, I'm like, I would turn into be like, you know what? I want to be the guy that jumped from space with no parachute and then just like into a net. I'm like, really, Michael? You were tandem. A guy was strapped to your ass last time, and you want to jump out of a fucking balloon from space? Like, yeah, why not?
Oh my God, that is the craziest shit.
It's nuts. But all right, skydive. I might look into some of that tonight while these are uploading. And then, yeah, the operators union.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I'd heavily think about it.
I know you would.
I'd be scared, but
I would be. Dude, I'm gonna be fucking terrified.
It's scary.
Absolutely terrified. I would rather you tattoo my face right away.
The plane ride's bad, but it is nothing compared to sitting on the edge.
Do they really go on two?
I can't even remember. I actually can't remember.
I would black out for the first
dude,
part of it.
I remember the feeling. I was sitting off the edge just like this, and it's different for everybody, but sitting, my legs dangling over, and the guy's standing up, and I remember thinking, like, I know I can't reach out because I don't want to fuck this guy up.
Yeah.
But my body is telling me, like,
yeah,
what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
You can't even see the ground.
Well, yeah, I think I saw a video the other day where it was like, we're naturally afraid of 2 things, and it's heights in the dark. Yeah. Just from, like, evolution. Yeah. Like, we're afraid of what attacks us in the dark, and if we fall from somewhere high, we don't make it out usually. Yeah. So the fact that we're jumping out of a plane is fucking crazy.
It is. It is crazy. But I need to do it again. I have been putting it off.
I have to do it. Like, I really want to start checking some more things off here.
Yeah.
And if I almost die, I got a bit to tell later that Friday.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thanks for doing this again.
Of course.
Hopefully I can find more people I want to talk to besides just you and myself.
It's all right.